Maria was a hard-working and dedicated woman, always taking care of the company's offices with zeal and efficiency. She had been part of the cleaning crew for many years and had seen many key employees pass through the company. It was common for her to hear conversations between executives, but she always remained distant and reserved. Until one day, she met Ricardo, the new operations manager. He was young, charming, and had an easy smile that made her feel comfortable right away. However, Maria knew that there was a big social difference between them. He was a successful executive and she was just a cleaning lady. She tried to ignore her feelings, but every time she saw him, her heart raced and she felt more and more attracted to him. One day, when he was cleaning the operations manager's office, he came home from the meeting he had a little earlier and ran into Maria. Although they had a short conversation, Ricardo couldn't deny that he was deeply admired by the employee's beauty and invited her to lunch in the company's cafeteria. She was nervous and excited at the same time. Over lunch, they talked about a variety of topics, including their lives outside of work. Maria discovered that Ricardo also had a common interest with her, which was classical music. Due to the interest, the meetings became more frequent and they became friends, having daily conversations at lunch time. Maria felt more and more comfortable with Ricardo and began to trust him. She shared her hopes and dreams with him, things she had never shared with any friend before. Over time, Maria realized that she was completely in love with Ricardo. She tried to resist, knowing it was an impossible love, but her feelings only grew. One afternoon, when they were having coffee, she decided to confess her feelings to Ricardo. He was surprised, but he responded with kindness and understanding. Ricardo told her that he was also in love, but that he understood that a relationship between them was complicated, explaining his duties at the company. After a long conversation, they decided to keep their friendship and not let their feelings get in the way of work. However, fate had other plans for them. With the annual party that the company always held in December approaching, Ricardo knew that the cleaning team was not called to the get-together. But he would feel bad at the party without the presence of Maria, with whom he was with every day at the company. It was then that Ricardo decided to invite her to the party as his date. Even though it attracted unwanted and repulsive glances, it didn't bother them. During the company's end-of-year party, they ended up drinking a little too much and kissed. Both parties realized that they couldn't resist their feelings anymore and started dating in secret. Secretly they began to meet outside of work, in parks and coffee shops. And they were very happy together, but always worried about not being discovered. However, one day, one afternoon, an envious colleague of Ricardo's who also works in the administrative area saw them together on a date and told the CEO of the company, confirming her suspicions after seeing them together at the annual party. They were called into a meeting with the CEO and told they would be fired for violating the company's conduct policy. Maria was devastated, but Ricardo didn't give up. He contacted a lawyer and fought to have the dismissal revoked. Meanwhile, Maria was left unemployed and heartbroken. She blamed herself for having risked everything for an impossible love. Ricardo, on the other hand, became more determined to fight for her. He was finally able to convince the CEO with a legal letter to revoke the dismissal, arguing that their love had not affected either of their work. The CEO finally agreed to give them a second chance, but warned that they would be closely monitored. Maria was relieved to have her job back, but she was still worried about how her colleagues would react. She knew that many of them would not accept the relationship between the two. But Ricardo reassured her that they would face everything together. The months passed and the relationship between Maria and Ricardo only got stronger. They loved each other deeply and were ready to face any obstacles. However, they still kept their relationship a secret to avoid further problems at work, although gossip and rumors had already spread. And one day, during a meeting with company executives, Ricardo made an unexpected announcement. He said he was stepping down to start a company of his own and that Maria would be his partner and co-founder. Everyone was surprised. There were insults and reprimands for his attitude, but there was also praise from colleagues who supported Ricardo's decision. Maria was thrilled and grateful to have someone so brave and determined by her side. Together they set up their own cleaning business and quickly became successful. That way they were happy together, both at work and in their personal life, while their love only grew. Maria realized that she would never have achieved happiness if she had not risked everything for love. They finally decided to reveal their relationship to all of their former company colleagues they were a part of, and they were stunned by the positive reaction they received. Everyone felt happy for them and proud to see the success they achieved together. In the end, Maria learned that, sometimes, love can appear in the most unexpected places and that no matter the social or professional differences, if two people truly love each other, they can overcome any obstacle. Maria and Ricardo are still together today with 2 children they had. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and leave a like for more life stories. If you want to send us your story to be shared on the channel, write it in a Word file and send it to the email in the video description. Until the next story.